Hi guys, my name is Ash Ravan, and in this video we're going to learn about the useState hook. First of all, what is state? State is a component's memory. Components need to remember things like the current input value, the current image, the shopping cart. In React, this kind of component-specific memory is called state. Why do we need state? Local variables don't persist between renders. When React renders this component a second time, it renders it from scratch. It doesn't consider any changes to the local variables. And two, changes to local variables won't trigger renders. React doesn't realize it needs to render the component again with new data. Alright guys, here I have a rendered new component named example1. It gets data from this array which contains name, artist description, and image URL. I'm importing this data into my component, and in there I'm trying to display all of the data about it. And I also have a next button which is supposed to, because we are we have initialized the sculpture variable to be dependent on an index. Every time I click this next button, I'm increasing the index by using index.index.1. So it should supposedly change it whenever I click it. So let's see if it does that or not. No, it doesn't. Only the first piece of data is showing. Why is that? Why is that? Because we're using text as a local variable. But the problem is local variables don't trigger a re-render in React. Only state variables trigger a re-render in React. Now let's move on to see how to use state with this. Introducing useState. To update a component with new data, two things need to happen. Retain the data between renders and trigger React to render the component with new data, which is called as pre-rendering. We have already seen that local variables don't do this. Only state variables do this. The useState hook provides two things: a state variable to retain data between renders, and a state setter function to update the variable and trigger React to render the component again. Alright guys, now let's see how we can use state variables using the useState hook. First of all, I'm gonna import useState from React. Right now, let's remove this index variable and useState has a specific syntax. First of all, we're gonna use array destructuring. It will be index set index is equal to useState 0. Now we can say to remove the index thing, and whenever I click the next button, instead of the handle click implementing like this, we have to update the state itself. It will be set index plus 1. Index plus 1. Now let's see if this works or not. Again with the same example, I'm clicking the next button and see it works. Changed and the next and the next and the next. So what you should take away from this is that this is how we create a state variable in React, and this is how we modify a state variable in React. In React, state is isolated and separate, meaning you can different components can have different states, and it doesn't matter how the state of one item changes in respect to the other. And also you can have multiple pieces of state. such as this. You can create another state variable also. Sculpture, set sculpture, it won't matter. So now that's it. We have got the useState variable working, which will change it using set index. We're updating the index variable, which the sculpture, which is a local variable, uses to fetch data from this local file, and it updates the data. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comments. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Thank you.